What is up, guys? We're back with another Pokemon Sun and Moon moveset guide. It's actually going to be for SILVALLY. Now, a few things before the video starts. Feel free to drop a like and subscribe if you want more videos like this in the future. We got the Pokemon Moon does a lot going on, along with a shitload more of these team builders. I'll be bringing you guys one for every new mon. Also, feel free to leave your guys' suggestions that I possibly did not go over in this video in the comment section down below. I do respond to all the comments in the comment section down below as well, so that'd be awesome if you guys leave your own sets on the comment section. I also might use it myself as well if they're a really good set, possibly in video. Also, Battle Spot Warriors will be coming back in about a week or two here. I only have about a half box of mons, pretty much trained up right now. I'm really low on like diversity. I really can't make many good teams. So once I get probably like a full box of mons, which should probably be like 1 or 2 weeks here, Battle Spot Warriors will be coming back to the channel. So I just wanted to let you guys know that whenever you guys do see this, which I'm assuming will be a few days here. As for SILVALLY, you know, SILVALLY was one of those mons, design-wise. They nailed this thing absolutely awesomely. I really like the design for this thing. It looks completely awesome, especially that it has the RKS system. Basically lets you change typing with the memories. Basically, you have like a separate memory for each type, like a fairy memory, poison memory, bug memory, for that. But the bad thing about this, it's pretty much a cheap rip-off of Arceus. That's what they try really doing with this. Type Null, I'm gonna 100% say Type Null has more potential than SILVALLY does, just because Type Null can actually run an EVO light, and it has better bulk than this thing does, and there's a lot more you can really do with Type Null. SILVALLY was really a disappointment for me. I've been using this thing a lot lately. I do have one trained up, and I actually was trying to test Wi-Fi battles out. I have a team built around it actually right now on Showdown. Really disappointing. I'd say if they probably would have given this thing like base 105, Arceus has base 120. Maybe if they gave this thing like base 100 at least, base 105s, but base 95s for everything really isn't the best. Base 95 granted in defense and special defense is very good actually. There's some decent bulk, and base 95 HP really isn't that bad. But for 95 attack, special attack, and speed, you're really going to be getting the highest speed tiers. You get outsped by base 96 and up. A lot of other things. You barely outspeed base 92s like Darmanitan and stuff like that, and stuff that are a little bit lower than you. You're pretty much forced to run Jolly Nature all the time to like pretty much get out most outspeeds you can. You really don't have too many options as for coverage. You do get a decent amount of coverage, I guess, for this mon. There's a few unique options, but it really doesn't have the tools to actually take advantage of most of all these things. So that's really one of the issues I've really seen with SILVALLY as I've been testing it a lot lately. That's really the reason why I want to do a team builder on here. With just a few sets I've been using. Again, base 95 really isn't the best. You don't really get the best attack. You don't get the best special defense. Even if there was like a mon like get rid of all the special attack, give us a really high attack stat, give us a high speed stat, they would have made the thing a lot better. But even like a base 100 across the board or base 105, if this thing was like base 105s across the board, I could see the thing being like very good OU mon. But I think since base 95s, I see the thing dropping like RU when the tier 2 shift out RU or possibly like NU. Not to mention that the item, you have to hold a memory item if you want to change your typing, and Arceus has to hold a plate, which actually, for example, for Arceus, you actually hold like a fairy plate, which actually boosts like fairy type moves. With SILVALLY, you have to hold like again, I'm going to use fairy type for example, a fairy memory, like a fairy memory, which just changes your typing. It doesn't give you any like boosting to your moves like a fairy plate does for Arceus. So you're basically using up your item slot and getting no boost to your moves. You're just getting stab on multi-attack, which I'll go over here in a bit. Which is probably one of the downfalls for this mon as well. You're pretty much using up your item slot just to change your typing. So mostly you're going to see the thing in normal typing. That's what pretty much everybody's going to be running for this as well, probably. Also, it does not get extreme speed like Arceus. It really doesn't get like a super diverse move pool like Arceus does. It gets some of the same moves, but it does not get E-speed, stuff like that. So, again, getting a little bit chipped there with the moveset on this thing. Overall, it's really not that great of a mon, guys. Really disappointed. It has an absolutely great design, but really disappointed with the stat distribution, or with the stats and the overall of this mon. So, I'm just going to get right into the moveset. I know I've been rambling about this mon for a while now. Multi-attack, it's actually a signature move to SILVALLY. Basically 90 power, physical move. Depends on what memory you have. So if you have like a bug memory, it'll change to bug typing. If you're electric memory, it'll change to electric typing. Basically, first set is the Life Orb set. This is probably going to be the most common set you mostly run. If you run a memory, you don't get the boost. If you run a Life Orb, you pretty much get the boost. You get a little bit more bang for your buck on most of your moves. It does take a little bit of HP, but you're hitting a lot harder than if you have like a memory and you're only pretty much going to be boosting multi-attack and you don't get stab or anything on other moves. At least here you get a little bit more damage on other moves to where you don't really have to hold a memory for this. Normal typing, again, only weak to fighting, so I guess you're fully immune to ghosts. So multi-attack, Iron Head, mainly is for coverage, like rock types and like fairy types mainly. U-turn, just to get out of there, hopefully outspeed something, you can get a U-turn off, super effective possibly on like grass type or something. Shadow Claw, again, for pretty much just ghost types, otherwise we have no way to really touch those and get walled by them. Max attack, max speed. You can run Jolly. If you want to run Adamant, you probably won't be getting the most outspeed, so you're pretty much forced to run Jolly here if you want to get the max outspeed with this mod in this set, which pretty much what I have to actually run lately. Focus Dash set, this is probably another one of the sets I actually was using. I have seen more success with the Life Orb set. This one here is kind of hard to pull off, just because you're not really the most bulky, and if you run max HP or you run in bulk, you can't hit really as hard, and you're still missing out on a lot of crucial KOs. Even if you do have to outspeed your opponent, you pretty much get one hit KO'd back, even with +2. So, really hard to kind of set this up. But once you do to get this thing rolling, I got it rolling a few times. I can do some decent work. I really didn't get any sweeps with it, but it took out like 2 to 3 mons. Both the times I actually got this thing rolling. Set up a sword stance, and from there I got a +1. Once you get the +1, you can pretty much outspeed a lot of things. Max attack, max speed with the Jolly. You can run Adamant as well, just because you're getting the +1 speed from charge, but I kind of want to run the Jolly just because. Focus Dash, again, if you want to get one hit KO, you can set the sword stance. The bad thing about SILVALLY, again, does not get E-speed, so you cannot take advantage of that either. Not really too much else about this set. This last set here is actually going to be a more, again, of an offensive set, actually a special set, just because SILVALLY does get a decent special move pool. As for item, you can run Life Orb, probably Life Orb E-build, maybe something like that. Leftovers you want, you can run also Specs, Scarf on probably one of these sets as well. Probably the main for the physical set, you can run Bandit if you want, or Scarfed. SILVALLY is a decent choice Scarfer, but it really doesn't have the damage output to really, like, do too much, actually. Base 95 really isn't the best, even if you're choice Scarfed. You'll get the damage off, but you probably won't be getting KO. You need a lot of chip damage on your opponents, which is something I've been having trouble with using this mod so far in the current metagame. Draco, Ice Beam, you hit the dragons for like guard chomp and stuff like that for 4 times effective, if you even live a hit, that is. I'm pretty sure Outrage OKOs you, so I don't know, predict switch in, hit something for 4 times effective. Draco, you drop on a Draco, you can also run the Dragon Memory, you get stab on Draco, which is very nice. Base 130 plus stab. If you run the Dragon Memory, that would be, I guess, decent. Tri-attack. It is 10 less power than the multi-attack, but it's a special version pretty much with multi-attack. You get a 20% chance for any of these statuses. Shadow Ball, again, for the ghost types, just because otherwise you wouldn't really hit them for too much. You didn't carry the Shadow Ball there. And for this last set, more of a, kind of a gimmicky set. I really don't see many people really running this, but just for an idea. Leftovers, multi-attack Toxic, Shadow Claw for ghost types, and Parting Shot, which is something to note. This is probably one of the only things that sets Arceus and I think SILVALLY apart bigly. SILVALLY does get the Parting Shot, so if you can outspeed your opponent, you get the -1 attack and special attack on your opponent. You can possibly switch into like a wall or something that possibly can set up on your opponent with them having minus stats, which is probably one of the things SILVALLY can do very well. Just because he gets access to Parting Shot. I know there's a glitch on the battle spot right now with something with Parting Shot and Memento. I think it's like Z Parting Shot or something that's like a glitch on battle spots. So don't use it on the battle spot, guys. Only in singles. We're going to be using this in game. Not really too much to talk about here. Max social defense, max HP. This thing is actually relatively bulky with these stats. You can take some decent hits, but it really has no form of recovery outside of I think rest it gets. Check real quick. Yeah, it does get rest. You can run, I guess, rest, sleep talk if you want, but other than that, it really gets no recovery. So, pretty much a wall that's going to slowly get worn down if it gets like status, like toxic or something like that. You can also run Thunder Wave here. It does get access to Thunder Wave. Notable moves. You can Air Slash if you want to run that on the special set. It does get Crunch for dark types. Double Edge. You want to run Double Edge over multi-attack, I guess, but it does have the recoil. I guess maybe like if you want to run like a bandit set, it will probably do more damage. Explosion. Stab Explosion really isn't bad, actually. Put that on the Life Orb set, you can probably at least get a 1-for-1 kill. That's really what SILVALLY can do. Go with that on the Life Orb physical set. Facade, I guess if you want to run Stab Facade, if you like status. It does get Flamethrower, Fire Fang. It gets all the Fang moves, Psychic Fang, Ice Fang, Thunder Fang. It gets all the Fang moves. Flame Charge, like I said earlier. It does get a decent move pool. I really don't think it has the tools to really benefit from it though. Ice Beam, Ice Fang, Iron Head, a lot of other things. It does get Pursuit as well, which is nice. Run the Dark Memory, I guess you can get Stab Pursuit, be a Pursuit Trapper. Roar, Rock Slide, a lot of different things. It does get Surf as well, so if you want to run the Water Memory. Need a water type on our team, even though like pretty much every other water type is going to be better than SILVALLY. SILVALLY is probably going to be your last choice to pick for like a water type. I know there's like a shitload of other water types I can name better than SILVALLY. Vaporeon, Arachnid, shitload of other ones right now that are way better in the meta. Wishy-Washy, so many more. But let me know what you guys do think of SILVALLY in the comment section down below. Leave a like if you did enjoy, and subscribe if you want more videos like this in the future. I also have the Pokemon Moon Nuzlocke going up on the channel, frequently on the channel as well, whenever I'm able to get those up. Throw your movesets down in the comment section as well. I will probably respond, and who knows, I'll probably actually try your set out in-game or on here. So, see you guys next video. Peace.